Family, if it's your first time checking out the show, let me know what city, what state you're coming in from. If you're outside of the U.S., let me know what country you're representing. Family, I need you to smash up the likes, smash up the likes, smash up the likes. Also, if you have not done so already, after you subscribe, there's a little bell next to your subscribe button. Go ahead and click that thing right now so you can get your notifications each time I drop a new video like this. That way you'll be in the loop. Going in, fam. Going in. Brittany Renner. Brittany Renner. Brittany Renner. Brittany Renner was recently on Club Shay Shay. And Brittany revealed her body count. Why did she do that? Well, because she wanted some attention. Obviously, right? What's her body count? According to Brittany, her body count is 35. That's what she says her body count is. A lot of people went crazy, say, oh man, that's crazy. She a slut. She's a freak of the week. She's a slut looking for a nut. You know, all kinds of stuff. They just saying that. They ain't say that. I've just made that up. But anyway, family, you know. But they did call her a bunch of names. First and foremost, let me just address the elephant in the room. 35. Is that a high number? Is 35 a high number, a high body count for a woman? 35 men, 35 sexual, at least sexual partners. 35, as my grandmother would call it, dingalings. 35. Is that? That's still funny to me, dingaling. Y'all remember that song? My dingaling, your dingaling, caught me playing. This is crazy, fam. People are going in on her. Shannon was so shocked. Shannon Sharp was so shocked that he spit his water up and chased his water with some cognac. He went in reverse. You know, typically you chase cognac, you chase your alcohol with water. He chased his water with liquor. What do y'all think about that, family? Do you think 35 is too much for a woman? And how many of you fellas out there would marry a woman with a 35 body count? How many of you women out there, I ain't gonna even ask y'all, I'm not gonna even ask you what your body count is, but do you think it's too much? Do you think 35 is too much? Now, you know what would be cool? If I asked the fellas what their body count is. Fellas, what's your body count? What's that body count? Now, I'm going to keep it a buck, fam. I'm going to go ahead and keep it a buck with y'all. I'm going to keep it a buck. Ladies, you know I love you, so let me get that on out the way. But we live in a society where certain double standards benefit men and other double standards benefit women. We live in a double standard society. And there's always going to be certain advantages that a woman is going to have because of this double standard society, and advantages that men are going to have because of this double standard society. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, fam. I gotta keep it a buck. Ladies, I told you, I love you. You know I love you. But I gotta tell you the truth. I gotta give you the truth. You may not like it, but I'm gonna give you the truth. And especially the ladies who love men. If you like men, you want to be with a man, and you like impressing a man, and you know you want to love on a man and all that kind of stuff. You want to marry a man. It's coming from a man. I'm gonna tell you what we think. Men typically, overall, collectively, they're going to have a problem with that number. This is why I would suggest that a woman not reveal that number. Now, here's the thing, fam. What's crazy is that was 35 men that went up in her. So what does that say about the dudes who call her out of her name but still would hit? Like a lot of dudes right now who's saying, hey, you know, she this, she that, they'll still hit if they had the opportunity. So what does that say about them? See, I got to keep it a buck, fellas. I mean, this is a two-way street. This is a slippery slope. This is a very slippery slope because men want women to be freaky, but they don't want her to have any experience. They want her to be freaky in bed. They want her to be able to throw it down, put it down, put it on me, baby, put it on me. Woo, boy, that girl that can eat it up, boy. She do this, she do that. Woo. We want that chick, but we don't want her to have no experience. Typically, practice makes perfect. The more you practice, the better you're gonna be. It's just that simple. But going back to a double standard society, to this day, I think that men who are taken care of, who are kept, I think kept men are weak. I don't think a kept man can contribute anything good to society. That's that double standard in me. I don't believe in a man being taken care of by a woman. I believe in a man being the protector, the provider. I believe in that. I don't believe in when we hear noise in the middle of the night that a woman should go investigate. I got this. I got it. I wish a mother would try to come up in my crib, try to bring harm to me and mine. Baby Lake, that's the benefit of a double standard society that a woman has. A woman gets that benefit of that double standard. And I'm okay with that double standard. Because I'm the one, I'm going to get it. I'm going to go get it. I wish you would try to bring harm to me and mine. I got you, baby. I got you. Some of y'all like them friendly boys, them boys that with the planes that land crooked. You know, y'all like them boys. Y'all like them funny bunny boys. But them funny bunny boys ain't gonna protect you when it go down when you need them the most. And another thing is that you might like them because the only reason why you like them because you're trying to be with them because they got some money or whatever, they got a bag or whatever. But you don't respect them. See, you don't respect them. You don't respect them as a man because you know they're weak. You know that they're beta males. You know that. So you don't really respect them, but you'll be with them because of what they provide to you monetarily, right? I'm gonna keep it a buck, fam. This is gonna be a hard one right here. This is gonna be a hard one because, you know, I got a little smoke for everybody in this one. You know, we got dudes who got body counts in the hundreds, but they say 35 is a lot. Are you slowly understanding the double standard? Are you getting it? Is it becoming clear to you? 35 is a lot for a regular female. But for somebody who's in Brittany Renner's line of work, that's really low, which is why I don't believe her. Ain't my business, but she put it out there. See? Typically, it's like, who cares? We could have lived the rest of our lives without knowing Brittany Renner's body count, right? Nobody cared. But since she put it out there, she sparked a conversation. For a regular female, 35 might be a lot. Some people might think 35 is a lot. But for someone who's in Brittany Renner's line of work, 35 is a very, very small count. And y'all know how it go, family. You know, typically whatever a woman says her body count is, you time that by 3, and that's the real number. That's typically, not always, not in all situations, because you got people that love to say, well, I'm not like that. Well, my number is my number, and I get you, baby. I got you. But in most cases, well, I ain't gonna say most cases because I'm not familiar with most cases, but in many cases, that number is times 3, right? Typically. Shannon was a football star. So I'm sure Shannon had his fair share of women. I'm sure. I'm sure that most of the guys have had their fair share of women. And I'll go out on a limb and say, if a man had 1,000 women, 2,000 women, he gonna be looked at as a player by most people. Now, some women are gonna say that's disgusting. Those same women, if given an opportunity and he has the right look and he has a bag, he checks those boxes that women like to check, because most of those boxes don't include his body count, right? Women, let's keep it a buck. Most of you women out there, when y'all say, when you check those boxes, don't include a man's body count, right? So if he check all of those other boxes, the body count is irrelevant, you'll give him some action. That's right, I said it. You'll give him some action. So a man can have that type of body count, and typically he can still get the woman of his choice if he check all of those other boxes. Now, I have lived a very colorful life. I am the clean-up man, and they don't call me the clean-up man and the gangster love for nothing. I earned my stripes. But I got to a point in life where I just didn't like the whole idea of, like being with all these different women. Like, I ain't gonna lie, fam, I kind of felt like a piece of meat. It didn't feel right. So I started like treating my body with more respect. I started like having that type of mentality, like, nah, ain't any woman gonna be able to say she been with me. I shut it down. Sometimes you have women who have a high body count. For whatever reason, sometimes they're dealing with trauma, things happen in their life, perhaps they were violated or whatever, or they was misused or whatever in some kind of way, and they just got to a point to where they was vengeful and they didn't care about themselves. They didn't put as much self-love on themselves. And so they were very promiscuous and they have a high body count. But at some point they said, you know what? I'm stopping it right here and I'm gonna be more selective. That woman got that right to do that. Just like a man has a right, just like I had the right to do that, and which was against the norm for a lot of men, because a lot of men, they still trying to stack that body count. They still trying to stack that body count. But for me, like, I'm totally secure in my manhood. I don't have to be like show people that I'm a player. I don't have to to feel validated as a man. I don't need that. You know, when I was younger, I was unlearned, so I didn't know any better. So I thought that was cool. But I realized like, no, that really have something to do with a lack of, you know, self-esteem when you think about it. And if the men out there that's listening to me were honest with themselves, you would also admit that most of the time, or oftentimes when you're with women and you're pursuing women, it does make you feel more of a man. It makes you feel more in control when you can, I like a, we'll get up, boom. You get her, knock it down, you think, you know, that has, that gives you some form of validation. Once I learned who I was and I understood what this thing was about, this love game, this relationship thing was about, and it didn't matter if I can go out 100 times in a row and just see people have a good time, and I can have a good time without having to hook up. It gave me a little insight on how some women operate, how some women can go out 100 times in a row and not hook up and be okay with that, because you ain't looking for that. And I know for some of you dudes, it's hard to like try to like to understand that a man could be wired like that. But I just started like having more respect for my body. I started having more respect for myself. Feel like, no anybody deserve to be with me. Just not any woman deserve to have the access to me like that. Yeah. Fellas, your ding-a-ling is valuable. You learn to stop sticking it everywhere. Don't poke it everywhere. Everybody ain't deserving of it. Be more selective. Now, for those of you who are just jumping in to the chat, I already covered it. I already covered the whole who cares. I already covered that. But I'll say it again for the sake of argument. Who cares? Nobody cared until Brittany Renner made it a topic of discussion. We could have lived our entire lives without knowing what Brittany Renner's body count is. But since she brought it up, we're talking about it. And let's be real. It's an interesting topic. It's an interesting topic. It's something that often comes up in relationships. Personally, I don't ask women what their body counts are. I just don't. Not that I don't care, but the past is the past. If I like a woman what she is, if I like who she is, as long as she ain't got no kill people and stuff like that, then, you know what I'm saying? You know, but if I like a woman, if I like that woman, I like her personality. You know, I like how she carry herself. I like dignified women. If I like how she carry herself, I like her style, I like her class, I like her intellect, I can vibe with a woman like that. So I'm not preoccupied with her body count, because there are some women who have a low body count and they really ain't about nothing themselves. All they got going for themselves, and that's a big thing, but all they have going is a low body count. They really don't check off any other boxes. So I don't ask women their body count. I have never, even when I was a youngster, I'm still a youngster, but when I was younger, I'd never asked a woman her body count. And, you know, and let's face it, most women, if you ask them, they're going to lie anyway. And then what you going to do once you find out the truth? You'll be mad as hell, right? Especially if you put a lot of stock in things like that. You out there and you marry a woman who you think ain't been with but 3 dudes in her whole life, and you realize that you one of the friends or family members start telling you about all these other dudes in her past, or you find that diary and you see these little smiley faces at the end of certain names and hated it, loved it, little notes that women might make in a journal or a diary, man, you'd be like, whoa. So, unless you're a pain freak, I wouldn't really do something like that to myself. I wouldn't do it. Let's see. Okay, fam. Let's go into the comments and see what y'all saying. An NBA roster. Okay, it's 28. My life. What's up, 73? Kenneth. What up, Kenneth? Ruth Robinson, what it do? C. White says, a man better never ask me what my body count is. Well, what you gonna tell him if you do? C. White, what you gonna tell him? What's up, Viper? Appreciate you. Nah, I wouldn't mess with that chick. She not right. You know what I'm saying? Who said that? Let me see. Somebody just asked me, said that I'm single, Brittany's single, would I date her? No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't date her. I wouldn't date her. I wouldn't be with her. Her mind ain't right, and I don't like chicks that tell all their business. I don't like them type of chicks. She tell all of her business, you know what she gonna do to you. Yeah. I don't deal with women who are so transparent that you can see all of their business. Yeah, I'm not with that. Monica Smith, what's up? Diamond Heart, what it do, Diamond Heart? Belinda. Judah Moore says you have youngsters who aren't even 30 years old, got over 35 body counts, hookups culture. Yeah, that's true. I mean, you got some of these kids, man, they ain't even 20 years old, got more than 35 on the count. Yeah. Yeah, somebody asked if Brittany Renner gave me a lap dance, what would I do? She wouldn't give me a lap dance, because I'm gonna tell you something else about me. I don't accept lap dances because I'm a man for real, and I don't like being teased. So first and foremost, Brittany Renner is not my type at all. Like, I wouldn't give her any type of action under any circumstance. Not even saying that I'm her type, but I'm just saying that she definitely is not my type. So I wouldn't give her any action whatsoever. I don't care what she thinks, how she feels. I wouldn't give her any kind of action. I don't care how she came on to me, what she was dressed as, what she looked like. It wouldn't even matter. It's like, to me, it's like looking at Stacey Dash, like knowing the type of person Stacey Dash is, knowing how evil spirited she is. I couldn't get excited for her. So I'll be like, yes, I'll be going on about my business. So number one, I wouldn't do it. But here's the thing. I don't do lap dances. I was about to say I don't go to strip clubs, but I do go to strip clubs from time to time. But when I go to a strip club, I don't get lap dances. I'm going to, like, because that's where the after party is. That's where, the fellas want to meet up or something like that. But even having said that, I haven't even been to a strip club in about, 2 years or something like that. And when I did, once again, it was, this is the after party. We're going to go over here, do a little business, do a little networking or whatever, and then I'm out. I don't want no dance because I'm a man. I'm a real man. And that thing gets swollen. That thing gets swollen. You know what I'm saying? If it has too much friction. And I'm the type of dude is, if when I get excited, I want the woman that made me excited. And I'm not gonna play myself like a trick trying to pull no stripper. So I don't rock like that at all. But more power to the dudes who get down like that, the guys who can deal with that, who has the patience to deal with that, who has the restraint and tolerance to deal with that. More power to y'all, but that's just not my thing. And here's another thing too. Here's another thing why I don't deal with reason why I wouldn't deal with strippers. I know some strippers. I'm cool with, we cool, right? But I also know that strippers look at every dude that walk through that door like a lick. So as soon as you walk in there, in their mind, you a lick. And they trying to figure out how to get it run through your pockets as much as they can. They trying to get as much as they can. They don't care if that money is rent money. They don't care if that money is tuition money, money for brain surgery for your child, your sick child. They don't care if it's funeral expenses for your mama. They don't care if it's company money. They trying to get you to run through that money. They trying to run through your pockets as much as they can, because to them, you just a lick. And I don't like the idea of somebody looking at me and thinking of me as a lick. And then what happened, fam? You mess around and fall in love with one of them, and you will. You get too close, mess around and fall in love. Now you up there every week spending all your paycheck. Then some of y'all will try to save them and get into a relationship with them. Now you're hanging all out at the club, mad every time she talk to a dude. You're looking and watching. You all in the corner at the strip club like this. You watch it. You don't trust her because of where you met her at, right? You don't trust her. But you want her so bad that you do anything to get her. But how you start is how you end. So if you lead with your wallet, you're going to have to always open that wallet up. That's the only way you're going to get some happiness out of her or some cooperation out of her, is to open that wallet up. And you wonder why she treats you the way she treats you. She treats you like a trick because you are a trick. Because you are tricking. She gonna treat you like a trick. If you lead with your wallet, you're gonna have to always open your wallet up to give us some form of happiness. So this is why it's not a good idea to lead with your wallet. Now, I'm not saying don't try to have some money and don't try to treat your girl, go to a nice restaurant or something, and buy something nice every now and then, because women, I don't care how simple they are, women do appreciate gifts, and gift don't really have to be expensive. It's the thought that counts. It really is. Now, obviously, you know, some thoughts count more than others, but there's a lot of women who get big gifts. I mean, cars and Louis Vuitton bags and what they call that bag, that $15,000, $30,000 bag. What's that bag called that all them women be trying to get? They're trying to get one bag. What is that bag called, family? Throw that bag in the chat for me. Let's see. Birkin, that's it. Birkin bag. Say, fam. You got a woman still living in an apartment, you know, struggling to pay rent, but she got a Birkin bag. That don't make sense to me. You know, I think the stuff that you buy should be comparable to the income that you have, the kind of money you got in the bank. You know, like if you're going to buy expensive things, you shouldn't put yourself in a bind to buy something nice just to get some likes and get some compliments, you know, because at the end of the day, you can buy all of that stuff and that woman will still leave you because you missed the little small details, you know. And I ain't saying I'm perfect. I'm a man, so sometimes I have to be reminded about them little small details. But I'm telling you, it ain't those big things that count as much as you think they count, because a woman expects the big things anyway. At the very minimum, she expects those big things. And us being men, we don't really realize that because we're thinking it's just the big things. We got to do the big stuff. And we forget the little things. And it's the little things that be bugging her, because you be thinking everything cool, everything going good. And she'll be walking around moping and you wonder, what's wrong? She won't say nothing. Then she finally tell you. And you be like, you tripping on it? Man, I'm out here busting my ass. I just bought you a such. You know, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. You thinking about all the big stuff. But you ain't thinking about the little things, the little sweet messages, you know. Buying her some flowers every now and then, you know, just for no reason at all. It ain't got to be Valentine's Day, birthday, just ooh, you know. You know, she like a particular kind of ice cream, and maybe she watching her weight. You know, maybe she trying to work out and everything, and she been denying herself. And you just say, you know what, I'm gonna buy this ice cream anyway. And tell her, well, you know, you ain't gotta eat it all. Just eat a little spoonful. She gonna eat it all, but it's little things like that. So now you fill her stomach up and you make her laugh. It's little things. I might teach a class on this one day, fam. Clean Up Man University or something like that. I can tell you how to do it, fam. I'm telling you. I can tell you how to do this. Abina, what's up? Abina, what's up? Aquarius, what it look like? David Barnes says, Willie a freak. Is that supposed to like shame me or something? Wow. You trying to change Simpson to pimps, Gerald Davenport. You know what I'm saying, man? That's all I'm saying, brother. Kenneth Jackson, what's up? So we can try to buck, if we want to, we can try to buck what it is that makes relationships work and make us jive and make us really get together and work together and make things smooth. We can try to buck it, but we're gonna make our life harder. Just like if a woman try to buck those things that a man say that that's what he need in a relationship, if she try to buck it, she can buck it, but she gonna make her life difficult. She gonna make things difficult for her. Derek Smart, what up? These cleanup simps are ridiculous. Cleanup simps. Derek, you think okay. Derek, hopefully you're not lost. Hopefully you just didn't write your message out clearly. Maybe. Julie Walker says, "Don't ask, don't tell." Yeah, yeah. That's my motto. Don't ask, don't tell. Like I said, you're wasting your time asking anyway. You know, ain't nobody. You know, almost nobody's gonna tell you what the true number is. So you may as well just leave it alone. Just go by how a person treats you. Diamond Heart, what's up? I mean, if you don't meet her out there on the track, she ain't on the track. If you ain't called, if she ain't a call girl, you met at the hotel room, and I'm saying, hey man, you know, you met her under normal circumstances or whatever. Just see how she deal, you know, just see how she move. Just watch how she move. Dwayne Harris say, I'm asking regardless. So after you find out, let's say, Dwayne, tell me what your response is if she says her body count is 1. And then tell me what you would say if her body count is 100. What's the difference? What you gonna say different? Or what you gonna do different? What if her body count is 1, but the one dude she was with is like foul? Like, let's say he had dirty fingernails, dirty toenails. Or maybe he was a killer. Maybe that one dude was a snitch, a rat. Maybe she did one dude, but she got 6 babies by that one dude. You see how these things can be a little complex? Yeah, Nadia Robinson. What about that? Who is that? Nadia? No, that's Ruth Robinson. Nadia Johnson says, or a dirty D. Yeah, pH balance all off. What if he just got bad hygiene? Or what if he have a dangerous D? What if he got some type of disease that he can't get rid of? And that's the only dude she ever been with. You still gonna give her a shot? At 35, 35, let's see, who is this? The Night Rider says she damaged goods at this point. What's up, Geechee Dan? Aunt Sim said, back in our day, the 80s, 90s, they could lie about their body count, but not in this area of social media. Just they can lie. Anybody can steal. You can still lie unless you see somebody having sex or they produced a baby from it. You don't know what somebody doing behind closed doors. The person that they with can lie and say that they was knocking them down. You don't know. We don't know what people do behind closed doors. So I disagree. The line ain't no different. Just because you see, if you're just because you see somebody with somebody don't mean that they're having sex. I mean, you could assume. There could be a good chance that they probably are if they're hanging out together. But it don't necessarily mean it's true. Because I've hung out with a few women many times and never had sex with them. So that don't mean that it's necessarily true that you're hitting just because you're with somebody. Silas D, what's up? Yeah, that's a misconception. That's a huge misconception that a lot of dudes have. Hell, women have that same misconception. But I used to I would hear so many dudes see you talking to a chick in the club, they just automatically think you hit. Not necessarily. Geechee Dan says, I'm telling you, I struck out. Yeah, I struck out. Yeah, if you ain't struck out, you wasn't trying. It ain't a man alive who ain't struck out. Yeah, I struck out. But guess what? They struck out in the end. Boom. Cindy RN says, I'm a woman and body count matters. And I'll teach my daughters. Not everyone needs to know you. I don't care what society says. You're right, Cindy, but body count does matter. I'm not saying it don't matter. But I'm also saying that we've all sinned and fallen short of the glory of God, and that people do have, every sinner, it has a future, and every saint has a past. So, hey, it's a personal choice thing. Personal choice. That's what it boils down to. I can tell you this, though. The lower a woman's body count is, the less she have to worry about the past coming back to hunt her. Because if that body count is high, whatever that body count is, you're going to have situations where the past going to come back. You're going to have situations where some dude you gave some to going to walk up to you in the club one day while you with that dude you really want to be with. Hey, so you can't speak? You can't speak? What's up? I mean, goddamn, I was just with you last night. You can't speak? Walk up to a dude that he saw you with. You way over here somewhere. He see the dude the next day. Yeah, man, I saw you with Brenda the other day, man. And yeah, that used to be my old gal, right? You gonna start, it's dudes like that. They'll give him an earful. So women do have to be careful about who they deal with. Oh man, let's not get into them one night stands. Mario, what's up, Mario? Yeah, man, one night stands. See, and when it comes to the one night stands, a woman has to be even more careful because a woman has the burden of carrying. If something happens, you know, if a child is produced, talking about setting yourself up for failure. It's one thing to procreate with somebody that you don't get along with, somebody that you don't even like. It's something totally different to procreate with somebody you don't even know. One night stand, you don't know nothing about this person, but you done had unprotected sex with them. And a woman carries the greater burden because she carries the child. That's tough right there, man. That's tough. Body count, fam. Give me your body count, fellas. I'm not asking the ladies. We do that all the time. What's your body count? I don't see nobody I don't see anybody volunteering. $35 is the number. Brittany Renner told Shannon Sharp that her body count is 35. She's been with at least 35 men. 35 men. What's the body count, fam? What do you think? Men and women. What number is 35? Thumbs up if 35 is too high. I mean, if 35 is too high, thumbs down. Give me a thumbs down if you think 35 is too high. Thumbs up if you think, ain't nothing wrong with that. Drop a comment, family. Who is this? DeAndre Durham says he's been with 136 women. Well, well, at least he kept up with the count. I mean, 136, that's dedication to making sure that you don't lose count. Here's somebody who says that they don't have a body count at all. 25 years old with zero body count. Alpha Legis World. Is that Alpha Legis? Alpha Legis. I would say Legis. Alpha Legis World. 25 years old, zero body count. That one dude says his body count is around 30 years old. 30 on the body count. Like DeAndre, been with 136 women. Kenneth Jackson says his body count is 52. Sick Kicks Always Global, over 150 women. Y'all nasty. I'm just messing with y'all, man. But all my fam, y'all enjoy the rest of your evening. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me and having this spirited discussion. Until next time, family, no more talk.